Welcome back. Yes, the universe started with a big bang. Now, David, a little bit earlier you were saying, you had Christmas-itis, and we had a whole range of itises. What is it with these itis words?
Well, in fact, it does come from the Greek, which is inflammation. The suffix itis means inflammation, and people would know laryngitis or tonsillitis or appendicitis. Now, we've talked before about man flu, which is a little bit of a pretend disease. That's a cold, usually. That's magnified.
A very mild cold.
A mild cold. Mondayitis. But there's other bogus itises that I know are going to irritate you. The first is imaginitis, and that is essentially where you pretend, it's a little like hypochondria. You think you have a disease, and I think a lot of that online consultation also creates this imaginitis, where symptoms are, inflated. And the other is a thing called boomeritis. The over 40 are prone to this. Often it's a sporting injury for those still, living the dream. But the other one is, and this will get your goat, I know it, is Nintendoitis, otherwise known as gamer's thumb. And if you're playing too much of this sort of, video games or PS3, you actually are prone to getting Nintendoitis.
So are you actually suggesting that these are becoming legitimate words?
All three I mentioned are listed in this dictionary.
Actually in the dictionary?
And that proves that you have neologitis.
Well, you're going to have to explain neologitis.
Well, essentially you find new words irritating, and that's why I brought tonight's discussion up.
I love new words, and I love that process of how the language evolves, but I do have a little bit of a problem when it just seems that, some fashionable word has just come very rapidly into trendy use and then suddenly gets legitimised.
So you embrace it, but only to a point.
I think you've got me there, Dave.
Yeah.
Fascinating stuff, though. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's have a look at those scores. Brett is on 7. Belinda is on 14. We're heading for our next letters game. And Belinda, you to choose this time.
Can I start with a consonant, please, Lily?
Thanks, Belinda. Starting with an R.
Another consonant, please.
T.
A vowel, please.
U.
Another vowel.
A.
And a third, please.
O.
A consonant this time, please.
S.
Another consonant, please.
F.
Another vowel, please.
E.
And a vowel, please.
And the last letter, O.
And here's the clock. Well, Belinda, how did you go that time?
I got 7 again.
That sounds very hopeful indeed. Brett?
Only a 6.
Let's go with your 6 first.
Foster.
And your 7, Belinda?
Footers.
Footers. Oh, now, that's a little bit of an interesting gamble there. What do you make of that, David?
Very profitable gamble. Well played, Belinda. In fact, footers has 5 meanings here in the dictionary. That is someone who goes on foot, a walker, no less. It's also, a footer is like a small footnote. It's a slang for a footnote. It's also a type of racing yacht. So well played, a great 7, and the best that I could find as well.
Excellent work from Belinda, 7 points. Let's move on with some more letters now. And Brett, it's going to be you to choose, but I've noticed when you choose your letters, you always tend to start with a group of vowels. Is there a reason for that?
I just saw a bit of difference.
Okay, well, make yourself a little different and off you go.
I'll start with a vowel, thank you, Lily.
Thanks, Brett. Starting with an E.
Okay, and another vowel, please.
Another E.
Let's go, another one.
A.
Okay, and a consonant, please.
R.
And another consonant.
T.
And another consonant.
D.
And another one, please.
S.
Okay, and a vowel, please.
E.
And finish with a consonant, thank you.
And last letter, S.
Thanks, Lily. 30 seconds. Brett, how did that selection work for you this time?
I had a 7, Richard.
7. And what about you, Belinda?
Just 6 for me.
Let's start with your 6, please.
Treads.
And Brett, your 7?
Dessert with 2 S's.
Dessert with 2 S's. David, nice.
Sweet revenge after being spoiled earlier in the game. Well done. It's a great 7. And had you added an A to dessert and mixed, you would have found asserted for an 8.
Very nice, David. But 7 points for Brett. That means our scores now. Brett on 14, Belinda on 21. Let's leave the letters behind now and move on to some more numbers again. And Belinda, this time, what would you like?
Can I have 2 large and 4 small, please, Lily?
2 large and 4 small. Thanks, Belinda. And our numbers are 5, 4, 2, 9, and the 2 large, 175, and the target to reach, 616.
Thanks, Lily. Let's head for that target. Well, Belinda, how close did you get this time? Still not having
Not
fun
even
with the
close.
numbers.
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's a shame. Brett, how did you go?
I had 2 off, 614.
614, just 2 off the target. So take us through your method, please, Brett.
I had 2 plus 4 to get 6,
2 plus 4 is 6.
times the 100,
By the 100 is 600.
plus the 9,
Add the 9
and plus the 5
and the 5.
for 614.
614.
So very well done, Brett. Can you take us to 616, Lily?
I can.
Okay, show us what you thought your way through.
Now 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 by 100 is 700. And 700 minus 75 and minus the 9 is 616.
Very elegant solution. So let's have a look at those scores. Brett now with 7 points is on 21 and Belinda is also 21. We are neck and neck as we head into our second break for tonight. That means your second word mix. This time it's hunt sect and the clue, an oldie but a goodie. See you in a while.